All right, this is Algebra 1, lesson 78 on page 320. This is rational equations. So let's talk about the words. What does rational mean?
Ratio.
It means it's a ratio. It's something over something, right? It's going to have fractions in it. What's an equation?
Something with an equal sign.
Something with an equal sign. All right, so I have an equation that has fractions in it. Okay, I want you to listen to me. When I have an equal sign, my rule is eliminate denominator.
It's still going to be the same principle, right?
Anytime from this day forward, you have an equation that has fractions in it, you are eliminating the denominator. And how are we going to do that? We're going to multiply every term by what would be the common denominator. Okay, so here's the Miss Paulaism. Equal sign, eliminate denominator. Equal sign.
Eliminate denominator.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Equal sign.
Eliminate denominator.
Okay, if I have no equal sign, I'm always going to a common denominator. Because all I can do is multiply by something over itself to get to a common denominator.
Wait, eliminate denominator over.
If I have an equal sign, I'm eliminating the denominator. How am I doing that? I'm multiplying every term by what would be the common denominator. If I have no equal sign, I'm going to a common denominator. Okay, so this is exactly what we did in pre-calculus today. Except it looked like something like, and it was an expression. I said, okay, what's the rule for expression? The rule for expression is a common denominator.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have no equal sign. Okay, so although you have no clue what this means, if you know the rules, you apply the rules even though you don't understand.
What is 6?
It's sign. It's trig ratios, okay? But learn the rules so you apply it at higher levels, even though you don't understand it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're always going to eliminate the denominators with every one of these problems. So look at the first problem. Y over 2 plus 1 over 4 equals y over 6.
So it's y plus 1 and 2 plus 4, so that's easy. It's just y over 6.
Now I'm looking at the denominators. 2, 4, and 6. What would be the common denominator of 2, 4, and 6?
2.
No. You go up.
Yeah.
What does 2, 4, and 6 go into?
12.
They all go into 12.
Yeah.
6 are going to 8. They all go into 12.
Yeah, 12.
That is what I'm multiplying every term by. I'm multiplying every term by 12.
So you can eliminate.
Okay, so that's the first thing. Equal sign, eliminate denominator. Here's the next Miss Paulaism. Before you multiply, you simplify. You know it. Before you multiply, you simplify.
So you could cross multiply. Or, no, cancel out. So it'd be...
That becomes 1. That becomes 6.
And then that becomes 1, that becomes 3. And then that becomes 1, that becomes 2.
And all the denominators are 1. Do I need to write anything over 1? No. This is 6y plus 3 is 2y.
8, 6 over 1.
So now you can solve it.
Would I write it over 1? No. Anything over 1 is just itself.
Okay, so now you can just solve it.
We're not going to solve it because you know how to do that.
What did you write by the y over 2?
Okay, so that's not.
Okay, just a minute. So y over 2. I multiplied it by 12 every term
Is it going to be this easy continuous?
because that was the common denominator. That's what 2, 4, and 6 all go into.
You have to do 6 and 3 and 2.
Because then I simplified. How can I simplify 2 and 12? It becomes 1 and 6. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 12 6 times. And the 4 and the 12, remember I can crisscross applesauce, eliminate. 4 goes into 4 1. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Crisscross, 6 goes into 6 1, and 6 goes into 12 2 times. All right, let's do the very last one. X plus 1 over 4 minus 3 over 2 equals 2x minus 9 over 10. 2x minus 9 over 10.
The common denominator.
Yes.
Could it be 4 or 8?
It's got to be bigger than 10. 10 doesn't go into 4 or 8. So 20.
Yeah, 20.
Does 20, 10 goes into 20, 2 goes into 20, 4 goes into 20. So it's 20. That's what I'm doing what with? What am I doing with 20?
You're multiplying it by
every term I'm multiplying by 20. But before I multiply, I'm going to simplify. Crisscross. I look at the 4 and the 20. Does 4 go into 20? Yes. 4 goes into 4 how many times? Once. How many times does 4 go into 20? 5. So I simplify those. I simplify the 2 and the 20. 2 goes into 2 once. Into 20 10 times.
Okay, now you just distribute.
Now the 10 and the 20.
Yeah.
10 goes into 10
Once.
and into 20 twice.
Now don't you just distribute?
I have to distribute.
5x.
I have to distribute the 5 to both of those values, the 3 to that, the 2 to both of those.
27. Yeah.
All right?
So 5x.
So this is 5x plus 5
Minus 30
minus 30
equals
4x
minus 18.
And you can solve it from there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What time is it? Can somebody tell me?
12:55.
All right. Let's go back and do one more.
Like 12:50.
Example 78.3 on the bottom of 320. It looks a little different.
It's just the same lesson.
Same lesson, going back one. 3y over 2 minus Paula, 8 minus 4x, 8 minus 4y over 7 equals 3.
The common denominator could be 14. Wait, yeah, 14.
It is 14. So what do I do with
Wait, does the book do it the same way you're doing it?
Now you multiply it by 14.
Yes, they are. I don't ever look and see how the book is doing it. Now I'm multiplying every term by
14.
Why 14?
Because they're both.
Because I look at my denominators 2 and 7 and I say, what do both of those go into?
14.
So everybody get that? Does everybody get that? What we're doing? 14. So I'm multiplying every term by 14. Every term by 14. Even the 3 over here, even though it doesn't have a denominator. I have to multiply all of them. Got it? Wait. Got it?
Okay, they're both going to be 1 and 2.
No,
Okay, now before I multiply, I'm going to simplify. Okay?
Okay, so
All right, so I simplify the 2 and the 14.
7 and 1.
So 2 goes into 2, 1. and 2 goes into 14, 7. Okay, I want you to think, but don't voice it yet, because everybody is not on the same pace, right?
Yes.
That's the way it is with every class. Some people are way ahead and saying, Ms. Paula, why are you going so slow? And some people are like, oh my goodness, she's running through this. That's what most people say. All right, now, so I've simplified that 14. I look at the 7 and the 14.
It goes into 14 twice. And it goes
So
into
7 goes into 7 once and into 14 twice. This one I can't simplify. There's no denominator.
So you multiply.
So I'm just going to be multiplying 14. So what is 3 times 14?
42.
It's 42. Because 3 times 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3. And 1 more is 4. All right, now I'm going to multiply the 7 by the 3y.
Gee, I wonder what that is.
What is it, Ben?
21y.
21y. Now I'm going to distribute that 2 to the 8 and the 4y. Got it?
Plus 16 minus 8y equals. And then you just solve for it.
All right, so equal sign, I'm eliminating the denominator. How do I eliminate the denominator?
By multiplying by the common denominator. No, by the.
I must multiply every term by what the common denominator would be. But before I multiply, I'm going to simplify. I'm going to simplify.
Always divide.